Recording in progress.
Well, good morning. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your real estate business. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about your listing presentation. The market's starting to change a little bit, and finally, it matters who they list with. They actually have to choose a quality agent rather than a cheap agent. As you know, through the COVID times and even right after COVID, you could pretty much list with anyone. Heck, a lot of people were selling their home on their own. They just went for sale by owner. And you could even go with a discount agent that simply throws it on the MLS. Now, that's not the case. Even though inventory is still low, the buyer level is lower than ever, which means that you have to have a good real estate agent in order to get that property sold. Now we're talking about target marketing. We're talking about exposing it to the most opportune buyers based on the specific amenities that that home has to offer. So what I want you to do today, as well as throughout this week, is start to work on your listing presentation to make the tweaks that are needed for this new emerging market that we're starting to see here. You have to be able to address this with homeowners. You have to be able to show them what they can't do, which they may mistakenly think they can do because you've been able to do that over the last couple of years. Go with your buddy, go with your brother or your cousin who's a licensed agent, or go with some kind of discount broker. You have to address that in your marketing as well as in your presentation. So those of you that are Inner Circle coaching members with us, you have access to that agent selection guide. I want you to go through that. I want you to go through each of the 8 pages. And I want you to make sure that the things offered in there, you're still utilizing. And if there's anything new that you're using, you can just kind of freshen it up a little bit, make those changes. It's available to you in an editable document right there on the members website. So you can make those changes you need to specifically address today's real estate market. We're getting ready to have a huge opportunity. I want you to be positioned the right way. Those of you that have been licensed for a while, you know there was a select number of agents that from 2008 to 2012, they made a freaking fortune. They made hundreds of thousands and in many cases, millions of dollars because we were in a downturning market and that became a big opportunity. People needed to sell their home. Heck, back then we were doing short sales and that type of thing. We're starting to see a bit of that desperation. There's a lot of homeowners now, even if they do have equity, they haven't been able to make their payment in the last 4 or 5 months. This is becoming a big opportunity, as well as our traditional deals, the traditional transactions where the homeowner owns the thing for cash. They have no mortgage on the property, but you have to be very good at presenting what it is that you offer, why you're different, why you're unique, but most importantly, why you are superior. If you're using our bulletproof listing presentation, and again, if you are a member with us with Greg Luther Inner Circle, on the members tab, you go to the program tab, programs, and you'll see that program available for you, that bulletproof listing presentation. If you're giving that type of approach where we give that presentation in 5 chapters, the natural next step is for them to say, let's get started today. I don't want to wait. I don't want to think about it. We don't want to interview anybody else. They've got all of that addressed. So this can be a big opportunity for you if you are positioning yourself the right way early enough in the process before you start to become too busy. So what you'll find is as the revenue starts to roll in, it really allows a lot of opportunities for you to kind of grow your business and reinvest into additional marketing so you can beat obscurity. So you can get that message out there to the masses and you're not getting beat, not by the competition, but because nobody even knew you existed. You're not getting beat by the competition if you never get the appointment in the first place. You got beat by obscurity. If you get an appointment and somebody beats you, now you lost on the field of play. But if you're not getting the appointment to begin with, they didn't go with you because they didn't know who you were, not because of a lack of what you offer. Okay, so get that cleaned up a little bit. You'll be hearing more about that with some upcoming morning meetings that we're having here. I'm going to start to lay this out for you pretty well. Make sure you are following the channel and you ring the bell, of course, to get notifications each morning as we do these morning meetings. But your listing presentation itself, how strong is it? If you were giving me a listing presentation today, what would I think about it once you get to chapter 5? Was it highly compelling? Did it create a sense of urgency? Did it address all of the common there's only 5 objections any homeowner can have. Did it address those 5 objections as you were going through that presentation? So the natural next step is to say, where do I sign? If you've set it up the right way, now you're ready to get appointments. Now you're ready to go meet with FSBOs, meet with expireds, meet with divorce filings, meet with marriage filings, meet with every single life change that they go through that causes a housing need change. You're going to be prepared to knock it out of the park. If you're not ready for that, the last thing you want to do is generate more leads. You're going to think the leads are no good. Maybe they didn't want what you offer. You got to fix that side of it. So hopefully that's of service to you. I've got a lot more coming for you. By the way, for some reason, if you're not a member with us, check in the video description box down here. You should see it down at the bottom here somewhere. If you open that up, you'll see a few links that'll help you, but you'll find one, getfastclosings.com. Again, getfastclosings.com. Watch that little video presentation. That's going to show you how you can start generating a lot more business for yourself, but there's no point in getting leads if you're not doing a great job on the listing presentation. Does it knock their socks off? Would they be impressed with it? I don't want you using a PowerPoint. I don't want you using a flip chart. I certainly don't want you using something your company provided for you to talk about how great the company is. That's going to cause you to fail miserably. And that's a $15,000 lesson every time it happens. At least a $12,000 lesson, depending on the price ranges you're in. It's a very, very expensive school of hard knocks lesson that you have to take every time you go out there halfway prepared or using some generic information that your company provides for you. So hopefully you find this of service to you. I'm Greg Luther. Anything I can do to help you, please let me know. I appreciate you watching here. Make sure you like and subscribe here as well. And I'll see you in tomorrow's morning meeting. Bye-bye for now.